Hello? Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Yeah. How many of students are there in this class? Do you know? Any idea?
No idea, sir.
Okay, okay. So I'll wait for a few more minutes. Hello. Good afternoon. Kirtika, hi. You all can hear me. Just confirm if you can hear me or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So um, let's start by let's. I am Sahil, as you can see, Sahil Islam. I am doing my PhD in IIT Hyderabad and I am a TA for this course. I am a student of physics actually, not from mathematics background, but I work in this area, mathematical modeling, analysis, and application like regime. So let's. Can you guys introduce yourself one by one? That will be better. I just want to know where, in which colleges you are from, and what year you're studying.
Okay, so I'll start. I am Tejinder Kaur. I am assistant professor in mathematics at a college in Ludhiana, Punjab.
Okay, hi. Thank you. And next,
Sir, I'm Venkat. I'm studying my master's in mathematics from Shastra, sir, Tamil Nadu, sir.
Tamil Nadu. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyone? Pranav.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Pranav. I am a final year BTech student pursuing mechanical engineering.
Which college?
I'm from Marathaneshes College, Kerala.
Kerala. Okay. Then Kirtika, I guess.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Geetika.
Yeah.
I'm studying MSc Mathematics, Born Seconds College for Women, Tanjavur.
Okay. And there is one more person left, I think. Kalai Selvi. Pardon if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Yeah. Hi.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Kayat Shelvi. I am studying MSc Mathematics, Bonsekas College, Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu.
Okay. 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 Fine. I guess this will be the more or less number. If anyone else joins, I'll. So what I'll do, I'll tell you. So there are lots of different kinds of students. Like some are MSc, one is an assistant professor, one is from I think BTech or MTech. Every kind of people are there. So what I am supposed to do in this TH, the TA is I'm gonna help you through solving previous year assignment. Okay. So the thing is, there are usually like, did you guys get the this year assignment of week one?
Yes, sir. Week 1, week 2, both are released.
Yeah, week one, week two both are released. Yeah. So today I'll go through week one assignment of previous year. I'm not supposed to. Okay, I'm not audible according to
No,
Venkat.
no, we can hear you.
Okay, I think something happened to his system. I would like to check. Let me. Hi, Sobika Natarajan. Can you hear me? Hello. Anyway, so I am not what I was saying. I am not supposed to solve this year's assignment. I am going to solve not alone. With you guys, I will solve it just so that you can go through it. And this year's assignment will be kind of similar to the previous year's assignment. There are 10 questions. One by one, we will go through it. We have 2 hours, and it wouldn't be like I am the one solving it and you are just watching there. We will be solving together and via interactive session. Okay, so you will also have to answer while we go. The new student joined, Sobika Natarajan. I am still not sure you can hear me or not. Hi. Okay, anyway, so shall we start or wait? 3:10 we will start. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And one more thing, you don't have to call me sir. You can call me by my name. Anything you like. Like I am just a student. I am doing my PhD, as I said. Yeah. So you can call me Sahil. It's fine for me. So have you all of you gone through the course lectures of at least week once?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. So let me wait a bit. Then at 3:10 I'll start by question 1. Okay. Pranav has joined. Some internet issues are going on, I guess. I'll upload this in a YouTube channel, the whole recording, and the solution also I will try to give the drive link if you need. And
So that will be great because when we see the YouTube recording of a Google Meet, we only can hear one side of the interaction. Only your side, we won't be here to see our side sometimes. It's happened in one of the courses, so it will be great if you could give us the drive link also.
yeah, drive link of this thing, like you can see there is this PT or PDF thing going on. So what I'll do, I have kept blank spaces in the PDF where I'll just write the solutions or any comments. Okay, so this PDF I will can share you at the end, and drive
Yes,
link.
that would be great.
Yeah, and I hope the thing you are saying that there is no only one-sided audio, this wouldn't be here. I hope, because I'm recording it, and this recording thing is draining my laptop. So you can see here it's 99% RAM usage. So I hope it doesn't shut down. If it does, just be there. I will be joining again. Okay. Any internet issues are in my side, this could happen. So, and also if you need anything, just note down my email address. If just any of you can just email me reminding or something. Yeah, anything you can ask me there. Okay, so let's start. So before starting, all of you, you have to interact. Just unmute and talk to me anything about the question, because I wouldn't be the one giving you all the answers. I'll be trying. I will try to help you to go through the answers. Okay. So let's start. Okay? So the first question says, it's on the screen, right?
Sahil, here. Oh.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
it's on the,
Yes.
yeah. So there might be a lag between the screen share and you guys seeing. Just hang on. Uh, Question one is, which of the following statement is incorrect regarding mathematical model? So first option is, the model should always satisfy the scope of the real world problem. So is it true or not? Anyone?
It's true.
It's true. So this statement is true. Everyone agrees or not?
Yes, sir.
So the question says incorrect. Okay. So this first option is true, right? It should always
Yes.
satisfy the scope
Yes.
of the real world problem. Next is, predicting about the weather of the next day is a stochastic model. So who will tell me what is stochastic model is? Anyone? Let me point out, otherwise you don't unmute, I know.
When we follow the probabilistic approach for the model.
Probabilistic approach for the model, that's called stochastic model. So uh, you're just using another word for stochastic, it's called probabilistic. So who can explain me a little bit better? I know, Tejinder, you are, your answer is correct, but I want someone else to explain it a little bit more. Anyone else?
A stochastic model might not be precise. The output need not be precise. It could vary sometimes.
Precise means?
I mean, like if you predict the weather, it need not be precise. No, the output, the result of the model need not be exact. There could be some variations in the model or the result.
Yes. Yes, both of you are correct. So the way I like to think about it is, there are models which are deterministic. Deterministic models means, if you know the system at a particular time, suppose now is the time, if you know about the system, you can exactly say what is going to happen in a future time. Or if you know about the past, you can exactly say what is going to happen in the present. A stochastic model usually have some noise in it, some randomness in it. There is no particular specific path to go there. There comes the probabilistic approach. So we can't exactly say what is going to happen. So we go through a probabilistic, like this is the probability of this thing happening. Okay. So that is what stochastic means. So predicting about the weather of the next day is a stochastic model, which is true or not? Huh?
It is true.
This is true.
That is true, sir.
Yes. Next is, study about the sun based on the sun rays falling on the earth is forward modeling. Now same question, for what is forward modeling? Someone else? I don't know. Sobika is not answering. Kirtika, do you know what forward modeling is?
Don't know, sir.
Okay, fine. Anyone else?
Sir, forward modeling means we'll have some sort of output with known or assumed inputs, sir. We are solving for output based on some inputs.
We are solving some out for some output based on
Yeah,
some.
we'll get an output based on whatever input we are given, sir.
Yeah.
For example, we might be given like sun rays are falling on the earth is the input, but we want to study about the sun, that is like the output, sir. That is forward modeling, sir.
So you are saying that study about the sun based on the sun rays falling on the earth. He, like
Sir,
forward
it
means,
is inputs are assumed or it is known, it's given to us. Based on that, we'll try to get some output, sir.
yeah, in any kind of model, what happens is there are some inputs and there are some outputs. Okay, so even in like then according to you, what is backward modeling? Hmm?
Backward modeling will be like the states and parameters will be known, sir. Based on that, we'll be trying to solve the question, sir. Like they will give some specific values or things like that, and then we'll be trying to solve it, sir. With some sort of number calculation, they might give like some value, and then based on that, we'll try to extract the information, sir.
Um, okay, I am not exactly sure what exactly you are trying to say. So, in this case, so this in the third option it says study about the sun based on the sun rays falling on Earth. So there is sun rays falling on the Earth. Okay, suppose this is sun, this is Earth. Okay, there is another new student. Hold on, everyone else. Hello, Soom. Okay, she left. Whatever. So the input are coming from what? Sun, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. This input is coming from the sun. Now, if we want to, if we study sun, we are going backwards, right? Hello,
Yes, sir.
two new people joined. Hi, can you hear me, the new students? Oh, one person. Dr. G. Jayalalita. Okay, she also there. So the thing is, in simpler words, based on your input, you have to look what exactly you are studying. Does that input goes forward in time or backward in time? Does your area of interest goes backward in time in that input? So in simpler words, if we study sun rays that is fallen on Earth and we want to study Earth, in that case that will be forward modeling. If we study sun based on sun's rays, that will be backward modeling. Like you have some data and you are trying to find out what's the origin of it. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So in this case, we are studying about sun. So the sun rays have already left sun. Now you want to go backward and predict what sun was before some time. When you are when you are looking at the sun rays, you want to see what was it like some time ago. So that will be a backward modeling. Okay. So this is false, right? And the last one, it says study about the flow of water flowing inside the tube with respect to time is a dynamic modeling. Now again, what is dynamic model? Who will tell me?
A model in which conditions change with respect to time.
With respect to time. Main most important what is here is time. In dynamic model, things are happening in time. Like in any kind of model, there will be mostly two kinds of dynamics involved. One is spatial change, like in space, and one will be time. So in dynamic model, if things are changing with respect to time, then it's a dynamic model. So flow of water flowing inside a tube is a dynamic model. True or false?
True.
True. So the answer on question 1 will be the C option.
True.
Right? Everyone agrees with question 1? I assume it was a simpler question. Next one. I'm going to the next one. Okay. My can you see my screen? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please respond because
Yes, sir.
I think like if you don't respond, I will think that internet has gone or something like that. Please respond. So question 2. Which of the following option is correct? So first option, dy dt equals y is a continuous time non-autonomous system. So there are two terms, is continuous time and non-autonomous system. Okay. So who will tell me what is continuous time and what is non-autonomous system? Someone tell me what is continuous time is. Anyone?
Sir,
Yes.
in this question,
Question.
we can see
Your audio is like I can't hear you properly.
dy by dt is not
So it is fine on our side.
Okay. Then Venkatanathan was answering something. And
Can you hear me now, sir?
yeah, it's not clear, but I can go ahead. What I was saying. What is continuous time? That was first answer. What is continuous time? Anyone else? I think his internet is not stable. Anyone? Pranav.
No, sir, I don't know.
Okay, fine. If you don't know, it's fine. Don't don't be shy. Suma Ghosh, you joined late. Can you hear me? Can you confirm? You can. I'm audible to you or not? Anyway, so continuous time means where simple. It's where time is continuous. Okay. Then you have to give what discrete time is. Right? If you want to answer continuous time, then you have to say what discrete time is. So discrete time is yes
Discrete means at intervals, sir. Have
interval,
it in.
exactly intervals, and continuous means
It's a continuous process. Time is continuous.
yes, there is no jump or discontinuity. There is, in the time axis, every time point, no matter how small the time interval is, you will get a value. But you will get a value like f of t in maths terms. Suppose f of t is some let's say t square, okay, and there is another f of t, g of t, which is uh, 0 for t less than t0 or 1 for t greater than t0. Okay, so what is the difference between these two?
For the first one, it's continuous case. The domain is continuous, so
Yes.
you can constantly keep giving values. For the second one, there's an interval, sir. It says that time takes the value 0 for period t naught and 1 for t greater than t naught. So there's some sort of discontinuity in as in there are some different jumps, sir. It's not
Exactly.
constant throughout.
Exactly. It looks like this, right? Math people, you should know this really good, right? You are from math background, so this kind of stuff you know, right? So in this context, in this modeling context, if any system is evolving and the information about that system to you has defined on a discrete intervals of time, that will be a non-continuous time. It is, if it is defined at every any interval, no matter however small, then it will be a continuous time. Okay, clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So then the next question comes autonomous system. Anyone?
This is the system that does not depend explicitly on time,
Exactly. And what is explicit time dependence?
where we can separate time, or we can write the time as a separate entity. I think that is, we can integrate the term with respect to time directly.
Integrate with respect to that time. Okay, yeah, nice definition. In simpler words, if a system depends on a particular function, that function depends on time, then it is non-autonomous. But if a system directly depends on time, like at with every change in time, the system is getting affected without any function going through via function, then it is autonomous. Now let's come to this problem, question 2. So look at first option, dy dt equal to y. So based on this, is it continuous or not? Continuous time or not? Hmm? So what is the definition of derivative?
Sir, here we can see that for dy by dt, dt, y is the dependent variable and t is the independent variable, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
So for a non-autonomous system, it is defined that if the system is dependent on t, it is an autonomous system. If it's not dependent on t, it is non-autonomous, sir. Here we can see dy by dt is equal to y, sir. So the right hand side is independent of time, sir.
Uh, uh, you are who answered? Venkatanathan, right?
Yes, sir.
You said correctly, but there is a little mistake you made. Tejinder said it correctly, that explicit dependence. Okay.
Explicit dependence, sir.
Yes,
Sorry.
implicit dependence, explicit dependence. You have to, like you said, does not depend on time. No, there are explicit and implicit. You have to take care of it. I am
Okay, sir.
coming to that part. Just tell me, dy dt equal y is a continuous time or not? First. So who will tell me the difference between del y by del t and dy dt? How do we go from here to here? It's class 11th question. 11th standard. Come on. What is the difference between del y by del t and dy dt? This you should answer, right? Or my internet is gone. What is going on? Hello? Anyone? Pranav, are you there?
So delta is for bigger values and dy by dt is for smaller values.
Delta is for bigger value. Kind of correct. Any, like, if I want to make del y by del t dy dt, what do I do? What do you do here? Remember, 11th standard. delta t tends to 0 in the limit. Remember this stuff?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what does it say? It says that del y by del t are defined a change in y for a change in a particular t. Okay. dy dt says the same thing but in a delta t tends to 0 condition, which means no matter however small time you take, you will have a finite dy change in y. So which is definition of continuous system. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So anything happening like dy dt equals some function of y, that will be continuous time. So in all of the cases, everyone is continuous time, right? Now autonomous or
Yes.
non-autonomous. So in first case, this y is a function of t, right? In the second question, dy dt is sine yt. So the sine is a function which depends on y, that depends on t, and which itself depends on t. So these kind of dependence are called implicit dependence. Okay, like where some dy dt, if it is a function of some u which is a function of t, this is implicit. What did I say? Let me write it properly here. Some dy dt equals some function of another function which is a time dependence, then this is implicit time dependence. Am I right, Tejinder?
Yes, sir.
So, and if dy dt is a straight up function of t, then that is called explicit time dependence. Okay, so directly a function of t. So only in this case, C, you can see dy dt depends on t straight. So this is the continuous time autonomous system. So this is your answer. Fine. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Now question 3. It is very interesting question. So you have to find which one is the linear function among all of these. So what is the definition of linear function? What is linear function? Mathematical definition.
Which can be expressed in the form of a equation of a line, that is ax plus b form.
Which what can be expressed? Any function, if it is it can be expressed as a ax plus by form.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think this could be a definition of linear function? Then
Yes, sir.
fx is linear.
Yes, sir.
Yes. This is one of the definitions, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now look at these questions. There is a trick question. There is a tricky answer to this question, which I'll let you think. I would not answer. So first, let's go. Fx equal mod x. It is a linear function or not?
It's a linear function.
It is a linear function. Okay. Anyone? Everyone agrees with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So based on this definition, let's test this, right? What's next? A mod x.
Modulus of
Uh-huh. Yes,
Times f of x.
I couldn't hear you.
Provided A is positive.
Provided a is positive. So if a is negative, then this violates this, like if minus x, then it is not equal to a f x. So is it a linear function or not? First question. So
No, it is not clear.
it's still a linear function, you think? Okay, fine. Let's go to
No,
the
it is
second
not a linear function, because cos x is no
cos x is non-linear function, right?
cos x is
Without
non-linear
any
function.
doubt. Let's go to the last one, 4x.
Linear function.
4x linear function. What about 2 minus x?
Linear.
Linear.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So if I write fx equals 2 minus x, f of ax is 2 minus ax. Is it equal to f of afx?
A 2 minus of x. A of 2 minus of x.
Yes, again. So it has to, like, according to this definition, if you have fx, now you multiply x with some constant, this should give you that constant multiplied by that function, then it is linear function, but you can't express it in that form. But 2 minus x is a equation of a straight line. The word linear comes from that thing only, like it's the equation of straight line, but it doesn't follow this definition of a linear function. So what is happening here?
Sir, I think we have to treat the 2 minus x entirely as a function, sir, instead of just x. So if you are doing f of ax, you have to do a times 2 minus x, sir, if I'm not wrong.
A times 2 minus x.
So
No,
here,
no.
f of ax is equal to a times f of x is the definition, sir. So here our f of x's function is 2 minus x, sir. So to
Yes.
that we'll be multiplying some scalar quantity.
Yes, in x you are multiplying some scalar quantity. Yes. So what is the form you want to you tell me? You said
I think it should be a times 2 minus x, yes, sir. Then it will be 2a minus 2x. I mean, this is same as
no,
a
no,
times f of
no.
x.
Okay. So if you write it like this, you anyway get f of x, a f x, which
Yes,
is
sir.
satisfied. But does functions work this way? Let me give an example. Suppose you have f of x equals x plus x square. Okay. Okay. So what will be f of ax? Ax plus ax whole square. Right? This is
Yes,
how
sir.
function works, right? Like if you have function of x with something, and if you write f of x, wherever the x was in anywhere, like it can be any kind of function, you just multiplied a with that scalar, right? That's how function works.
Yes, sir.
So this way of writing is not correct. But if you write it this way, it doesn't satisfy the linearity definition. So think about it. Okay, I'll just
Could we try to sketch the graphs of these functions and then say if it's a linear or non-linear, sir?
definitely.
We can
uh,
say the power is highest power of the exponent is 1, so it is going to be
yes.
linear.
So mod x looks like this, right? Mod x.
Sir.
And see this one, this one, this one, all of three, this plot looks like a straight line except this. So
Yes,
for
sir.
this question you can simply answer this is the right answer. But my question is why, if this is the definition, then why this is not a linear function, why doesn't it satisfy? Okay, so we have to check the definition or check our logics, right? Something is going wrong somewhere. Right or wrong? So I'll what I will do, I will not answer this right away. I will let you think about it. This is an interesting trick question. Think about it, okay? For this question, it is simply cos x is non-linear function. This answer is right. But why these other three are wrong? That we have to, like, this one is wrong for sure. But this two, this two, this one, and mod x. Okay? Check the definition, any kind of definition of linear and non-linear function, and we'll discuss it. Okay? Fine or not?
Fine, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, I have an idea, sir,
Yes.
for this.
Go ahead.
The general equation of a straight line is given as y is equal to mx plus c, sir.
Exactly. Now, go ahead.
So when we write it in that form, we have f of x is equal to 2 minus x, sir. Here your m is minus 1, c is equal to
Yes. C is 2. Yes.
2, sir.
Yes.
So that is always an equation
Always an equation of straight line. So according to you, if we do f of ax, this
is an
here,
equation of a straight line.
yes. Now
So
you
that
take a common. It is 2 by a minus x.
sense we can try to correlate 2 minus x instead of just sticking.
Yes, could be possible. So we need to check the definition. Like the way all of you are
That
saying,
is not satisfying, sir. So we
this definition. So whatever you like, what you are trying to say, if I am not getting you wrong, so you are saying if we have a equation of straight line, now if we rescale the x coordinate like x, we should always get back a equation of straight line. Maybe it is not the same equation.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Something similar.
that could be another better definition of a straight line, linear function. So check this definition. Check this and justify why 2 minus x is a linear function or non-linear function. Okay, try to justify. Okay, I'll go to the next question. We are going kind of slow. Let's go. Question 4. A discrete time cell division model is found with a constant birth rate and death rate as 0.3. So birth rate 0.3, death rate is 0.4 respectively, without any migration effect. Given that C0 is the initial population size, pick the correct statement related to the model. The model is unstable, model is stable but not asymptotically stable, the model is asymptotically stable, the model is the study of the model will depend on the initial position size. So who will tell me how to approach this problem?
So we'll write the recurrence formula as Cn equal to 1 plus times the birth rate minus the death rate into the previous population, that's Cn minus 1.
Uh, so you are saying birth rate times
1 plus, no, 1 plus b minus d into Cn minus 1.
1 plus b minus d times c n minus 1.
Yes.
So why this 1? Why this 1?
Because the previous population is already there. We are only checking the new part now. What is we are adding? That is the birth rate minus the death rate.
Okay, fine. Let's write it like this. Birth 0.3 minus 0.4. So what will come here? 1.3 minus 0.4, right? 0.9 Cn minus 1. So from here what we can say? What we can say? Who was answering? I think Tejinder or someone else. Kirtika? Is it correct whatever I wrote based on whose suggestion? Tejinder suggestion, I think.
Yes, yes, sir.
So everyone agrees with this or not? So how to write a equation like this based on our physical intuition? Let's say you have a population Cn at a particular generation n. Okay. Now you are want to write what? Let's start with n minus 1. Okay. So n minus 1 is a generation. N is this generation, and it is the previous generation. So we want to write how many population are there in this generation based on there was Cn minus 1 population in the previous generation. According to Tejinder, but said there will be all the population staying from the previous generation and some will be born. So whatever the birth rate means, if you have suppose n numbers of population, out of those n, these 30% will give new babies, okay, and 40% will die. Birth rate and death rate will mean, so for a given population, if birth rate is 0.3, that is 30% of that population will give born to new population, and if death rate is 0.4, 40% of that population will die for every next generation. So the way she suggested it to write it, that at this generation the population will be all of the n minus 1 population from the previous generation plus some b or the birth rate times c n minus 1 that are being born and some are dead. Okay. So from this equation we wrote this. So now you tell me, physically tell me what will be the future of this generation. What does this equation tells you? Cn equals 0.1 Cn minus 1.
The population will keep on decreasing.
Exactly. Population will keep on decreasing. So at every generation, new generation, it is the 90% of the previous generation. So it will decrease, and when it will end, it will go to 0 finally. Okay, some new student has joined just now. fine, we'll just keep going. So which one will be the actual answer? What is asymptotically stable? What is the asymptote?
When we check the behavior at infinity.
Yeah, definitely. But what is an asymptote? From mathematics definition. Anyone mathematics MSc people, you should know what is an asymptote is, right? So asymptote is when some function reaches to a particular value with the argument tending to infinity. What does it mean? The more you go towards infinity, the more closer you get to the value that never reached the value. It's like a limiting case. Suppose
Tan x is
e to the power minus x. You said
tan
tan
x
x.
for the asymptote.
Yeah, of course, tan x also. Like this you are saying, right? Sorry. Tan x looks like this, right? At pi by 2, I think. Yeah. So e to the power x reaches 0. This is the 0 line with x tends to infinity. Which
Pi by
means
2 reaches infinity. So
yeah, yeah. What do you say?
At pi by 2 for tan x it approaches infinity, sir.
Yes, yes, yes. That is also approaches infinity. Yes. So when it approaches but never reaches the value. So difference between asymptote and just straight up reaching this value at like this. Like it just goes to 0 and stays like this. Some other function. And suppose some function just keep going towards 0. The more you increase x, you will find a lesser value of the function. So here in this case, when the model is unstable means when the population blows up. Okay. So if in this case, suppose you got Cn equals 1.5 Cn minus 1, what will be the future of the population?
It will increase for
Keep on increase and go towards infinity. So that will be unstable. And what is asymptotically stable? It is slowly goes towards 0. So any population would never go to 0, but slowly with infinite time it will keep on approaching 0. So the correct answer here will be the model is asymptotically stable. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes.
yes, sir.
Okay. So next question 5. Given a difference equation fn of fn minus 1 plus 2 and fn minus 2, initial condition are this. Correct statement based on the difference equation is. The difference equation is linear in nature. Tell me, it is linear or not? Look at this term.
It is non-linear.
It is non-linear, yes, because there is n here and n multiplied by f of n minus 2. Now if you keep doing it, you will keep getting higher powers of n, so it is not linear. Order of the difference equation is not defined. What is order of a difference equation? What is order of a difference equation? Yes. Order is the difference between two generation, the minimum gap between two generation is defined two generation is order. In simpler terms, suppose you have Cn equals some alpha Cn minus 1. So you have information of nth generation, n minus 1 generation. So that is first order. Suppose you had alpha Cn minus 2. So that is second order. So difference, if the difference is, the difference will tell you the order between the generations. Okay. So here they are saying the order of the difference equation is not defined. Is it not defined, or is it there is order? You can find it out from the question. Hmm? What is the difference?
We can find from
Yes.
the equation that we have n minus 2 and then till n. So we are talking about past two generations over here.
Yes. So that is a defined order. So this is also wrong. Now let's check this. You know how to find out this kind of stuff. F n minus 1 plus 2n f n minus 2. So in this question they are asking what is f of n plus 2. So how do we calculate f of n plus 2? Someone tell me other than Tejinder. Venkatanathan, Pranav, Soma, Kalaselvi, Kirtika, anyone? What is f of n plus 2? How to do it? Like don't have to tell me the answer that is f of n plus 2. I know, like I can't see your screen or anything. So you tell me how do I proceed. I'm gonna calculate it. You tell me how do I proceed. This is an easy question, right? Anyone? Suppose someone said calculate f of m plus 2, not n plus 2. What is f of m plus 2? Some other.
F of n plus 2 equal to
Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
f of n plus 1
F of n plus 1
plus
plus
2n plus 4
2n plus 4.
2 2n plus 1 approximately 2n plus 1 of f of n.
So how did you do that?
N replaced n plus 2 in this equation.
So here you replace f n by n plus 2. Correct. So here also n plus 2 minus 1 plus 2 into n plus 2 f of n plus 2 minus 2. So you get f of n plus 1 plus 2 into n plus 2 f of n. This is the right answer. So I think you did it correct. I might have wrote it wrongly. Everyone got it? How to calculate this?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Simple. This is just simple function. So this is not the correct answer. Now calculate f of 4. What is f of 4 from this line? So n equals 4, we put f of 3 plus 2 into 4 into f of 2. Correct? Huh? There is some given information also. F of 1 equal to 0, f of 1 equals 0 and f of 2 equals 1. So we are asked what is f of 4. So if we put f of 4 here, instead of n, put n equal to 4, it gives f of 3 plus 2 into 4 times f of 2. So what is f of 3, do you know? F of 2 you know, 1. So f of 3 plus 8 times f of 2 is 1, it is given. So what is f of 3? How do you calculate?
We put 3 in f of n's equation.
Exactly.
F of 2 plus 2 into 3 into f of 1.
So 1 plus 8, which is equal to 9. So is this correct, right? Simple question.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Next is this. How do we calculate this kind of problems? Did you go through the lectures? Then you would know. What is this equation is called? Can you tell me? Difference equation. What kind of difference equation? Hmm?
Linear difference equation.
Linear difference equation. Homogeneous or inhomogeneous?
Non-homogeneous.
Non-homogeneous. Why non-homogeneous?
Because we have 4 raised to the minus n, that is a term other than y's.
So if we had then this is homogeneous. And if we have yn plus 1 minus yn equals some function of m, then it is non-homogeneous. Correct? Everyone knows. Do you know this? Others,
Yes, sir.
go through the lectures. It is everything there. Like all of this problem is explained in this in the lectures. At least in the slides you will find everything how to solve it. Okay. So how do you solve this kind of? How do you solve homogeneous difference equation? Anyone? Suppose we are solving yn plus 1 equals yn plus 1 minus yn equals 0. We want to find what is yn. How do you solve it? If you had gone through the lectures, you would know there is this power law method where we assume yn has a power law solution where n is the same n and m is to be found. Okay, correct? We just put it. This is an assumption. Fine. So if we put it m to the power, what will be yn plus 1? What will be yn plus 1? Tell me.
M raised to power n plus 1.
Yes.
M power n plus 1, sir.
Minus m power n equals 0. This is called auxiliary equation. Now m power n comes out, m minus 1 equals 0, which gives m minus 1 equals 0 because m power n we assume non-zero. Here this equation gives you m equals 1. Okay, and we write this left hand side as g of m. Okay, so if it was a solution, if it was a problem like yn plus 1 minus yn equals 0, then the solution would be yn equals some constant times 1 to the power n. That will be the solution. This solution is called complementary function. Anyone sounds familiar or not? Did you guys solve the differential equation via complementary function, particular integral? These terms, have you heard of it? Yes or no? Just tell me.
Yes, sir.
Particular function. So any kind of inhomogeneous or non-homogeneous differential equation can be decomposed into two parts: complementary function plus particular function. This particular function is the solution of homogeneous part, and particular function is to be determined via some rules. Okay. So complementary function we have already calculated. Now I want to find particular function. So there are some rules. I won't go through those. What is the like this depends on the fn. So what fn? This fn. Okay. So based on the functions, you can calculate this particular function. So what like it is a big theory. Like there are well established theory why this comes out to be like this, but for fn that looks like a to the power n, a can be any constant or scalar. The particular function is of the form 1 by ga a to the power n. Okay, but this ga is gm. Like what this g has a form of this auxiliary equations as a function of m. Okay. So this I wouldn't explain in details because you have to go through the lectures. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Please go through the lecture. Otherwise, these questions you will find a little bit difficult to understand. So I am just giving an example. Why a to the power n I chose? Because look at this fn. What is your fn here? This is your fn, which is 4 to the power minus n, which is of the form a to the power n. Right?
Yes, sir.
So what will be g of a? It is g of 4 to the power minus n. What is g of 4? What is g of 4?
Three.
3. 4 to the power minus n by 3. So what is your final answer? C1.
So excuse me, are we supposed to take a as 4 or 1 by 4 since we have 4 raised to the minus n?
Doesn't matter. You can take 1 by 4, it will come out to be like this only. Like it is actually
Okay.
1 by 4 to the power n. Now if we put 1 by 4, it just comes back to the power 4 to the power minus n. Yeah, to understand technically it is 1 by 4 to the power n. Yeah. So this is your form. Now how to calculate C1?
From the given condition.
Exactly. This y1 equals 1 by 12. So just put 1. If you just put y equal to 1, that gives C1 plus 4 to the power minus 1 by 3. So y1 is C1 plus 1 by 12, which is this also equal to 1 by 12. So C1 equals 0. So your final answer is y1 equals 4 to the power minus n by 3. This is your final answer. Now go back to the question. What is your answer? Yn equals 4 to the power minus n by 3. So what happens if we go n tends to infinity?
Function will approach 0.
Function will approach 0, exactly. So approaching 0 means asymptotically stable, right? Agrees or not?
Sir.
Hmm? So please go through how to solve non-homogeneous difference equation. It is in the slide, it is in the lecture. You should go through it, okay? Then you will understand. I know this may be difficult for some of you to understand if you haven't gone through this, but you will understand eventually if you go to this. Same here. What is this? Cn plus 1 equals 2Cn plus n. What is this? Tell me. Okay, people are joining at 4. Okay, who's on? Arunima Sahu. Can you hear me? I think she can't, whatever. So next question, question 7. Consider a linear cell division model with growth rate of 2 cells per second and migration function is n, then mathematical representation given by this, where C0 is 99. Mark the most appropriate statement. So it's just straight up, they want the solution. Okay. So shall I solve it, or do you want to solve it yourself after you read it? So just tell me what kind of equation it is.
Um,
Yeah.
So give us 2 minutes to solve.
Okay, go ahead. Everyone try it. The new students, can you meanwhile, I don't know about your the students who joined earlier around 3, I know about them. New, who are the new students? Suma Ghosh, Arunima Sahu, I think Kirtika joined earlier. You guys are here or not? Can you respond? Like you can write in the chat also if you are not comfortable unmuting. Yes, okay. So can you tell me about yourself, what are you studying, which background? Like what kind, which course, like are you a mathematics student or some other course student, BTech student, physics student? There are different kinds of people. That's what I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. Any update from whoever is solving?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what did you got?
Should I wait for others to solve?
Um, yes, you can wait. Anyone else is solving or not? Just tell me that. Then we will wait. If you are not solving, then we will not wait. Hmm? Just you can say no. Don't be like don't be shy
So
or
we
anything.
can go to the solution.
Okay, okay. See, I'm not gonna judge you or anything if you are not solving. Don't be relaxed. So go ahead, Tejinder.
Yes, from what I'm getting D as the option, correct option,
Okay.
after finding the complementary function and the particular function.
Okay. So what is your let me just quickly go through whatever you said. So we put same way Cn equals m to the power n. So m to the power n plus 1 minus 2 m to the power n equals 0, right?
Yes.
So m minus 2 equals 0 where m equals 2. So uh, complementary function is from C1 2 to the power
N.
n. Okay. Now what is particular function? So Gm is m minus 2 1 by Gm Fn. So 1 by G of
Wa- 1 plus delta this time.
1 plus delta. Yes, 1 plus delta. Oh no, what did happen this? G of what is happening? 1 plus delta n, right?
Yes.
So what is G of 1 plus delta? So who do you anyone knows what delta is? So what do I do now?
Forward difference.
Forward difference. It's an operator, yeah. So then what do I do? Tell me. What is the value of this? How do I calculate? How did you calculate this? Just tell me.
I have just converted 1 minus delta, taken it in the numerator. So the power will become minus 1.
Power is
That is, just write down 1 minus delta to the power minus 1 and we'll operate it on n.
to the power minus 1 operator n. So
Yes.
then we expand it or what?
Yes, we will use binomial expansion to solve. And since power of n is 1, we can stop at 1 plus delta only. That is delta raised to power 1.
This, right?
Yes.
So minus n plus 1.
Yes.
So CF is C1 2 to the power n minus n plus 1. Now you put whatever the value is at 0, 99, it will something 100. Yeah, I think D will be the correct answer. So whoever didn't get it, see, uh, you should go through the lectures definitely, but I'll just give you the recipe to solve an non-homogeneous differential equation. First you solve the homogeneous part this way, just assuming there is no plus n thing, there is no fn. When you get the complementary function, now you go to the particular function, and for every kinds of particular function there is a way to calculate every kind of forcing function, that this fn, there is a particular way of calculating particular function, that you have to go through the theory to fully understand. In this tutorial I will not be able to explain fully. Okay, moving on. Largest eigenvalue of the matrix A using power method with initial vector this after performing two iterations. Who will calculate this? This is a simple question, it's just calculation. You know how to do it. But how to calculate the eigenvector, eigenvalue of a matrix? That you all should know, right? Who knows this iterative numerical method of calculating eigenvalue of a matrix? Hmm? It's just calculation. That's why I'm asking. Like, it is not a big complicated thing. You know the method. Who knows the method?
Just need to multiply the matrix with the given vector
Then
and get the highest value common from the resulting matrix.
yes. So the method is, suppose you are given a matrix A. Suppose A, B, C, D. Just I'm just giving an example. So we have to calculate this eigenvalue of the matrix. So usually what do we do? This A minus lambda, B, C, D minus lambda equals 0. From there we calculate lambda. Okay, right? That's how we get the eigenvalue. Now this is a numerical method. This is a not this wasn't supposed to do by hand. It was supposed to, we are supposed to use a computer to do it, because suppose this becomes complicated when you go to higher uh, dimensional matrices. 2 by 2, 3 by 2 is easy, but for more than that it gets complicated for a human to do it. So this is a method where you can find the largest eigenvalue. Okay, to find the largest eigenvalue, this name of the method is called power method, where you start with a guess eigenvector, which may not be your actual eigenvector, but you start with a guess eigenvector. Suppose you start with 1 0. Okay, so what is the basic definition of eigenvector of A? Suppose E is the eigenvector of A, so AE will be lambda E, right? Where lambda is the eigenvalue. So what we will do here, suppose we have A, B, C, D. Now you multiply it with 1 0. What we will get? A, C, right? Suppose this is 1. Now you multiply it again. A, C. What you will get? A square plus BC, AC plus CD. You do it again unless you find it the same value. This is for a general example. Suppose for this, what you do? 5 minus 2 0, 1 2 minus 3 1 minus 2 4 times 0 1 1. What will you get? Minus 2 2 minus 3 minus 5. Just check my calculation. Okay, no, this is minus 1. 3. Correct or not?
2.
2. This last one is 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we take common. Suppose we took minus 2 common. So this comes out to be 1.5 minus 1. What you do again? You do my 5 minus 2 0, 1 2 minus 3, 1 minus 2 4. You multiply it with minus 2 was there already. So 1.5 minus 1. Correct? What do you get? 5 minus 1 4. 1 1 2 5, right? 1 minus 1 0 minus 4. Is it correct or not? I am not sure. So you keep doing it, and here it says 2 iteration. Actually 2 iteration, I should have got some one of those values. Maybe I am doing some calculation mistake. So you get the idea, right? How to do it? Some mistake I am doing might be in the calculation. So you keep doing it and taking the highest common thing, and eventually, like with a few more iteration, you will actually reach the eigenvalue. Whatever you are multiplying, in principle you will get the same value, and whatever the coefficient is will be in this one of this. Maybe none of this is correct, or maybe I am doing something wrong. But you understood, right? Everyone. Someone answer.
Yes.
How to do it? Just keep doing it. Actually, this is not supposed to do by hand. That's why it's called numerical iterative numerical. It is supposed to do by computer. So in computer, this kind of operation it can do for long, for multiple iterations. This question is there just to get just to teach you how the process works. Okay. So do this calculation and try to get the correct value. I am not getting, I don't know why, but you will get, definitely you will get the value. Okay. Next is cobweb. Who knows cobweb? What is a cobweb graph? Tell me. What is a cobweb? Just cobweb. What is a cobweb? What is the meaning of cobweb? No one knows.
Spider's web.
Yeah, spider's web. So this is a graphical. I'll just write it. Graphical method of stability analysis. It's a graphical method of stability analysis. So since you haven't gone through the lectures, I assume some of you see, I from this whole thing I got that you went to like all of you went to like first 5-6 slides. After that you didn't, or otherwise you are not saying anything. Okay. So I'll just quickly tell you how to get the cobweb graphs. Suppose you have xn plus 1 equals some fx. Okay. Okay. I should write it here. Okay, I'll just give you the recipe here. Fx. Suppose for example fx is let's take one of this example, 0.5 xn. Okay. Okay. So what you will do, you draw the axis. It is a graphical method, you have to draw stuff. Okay. So what is fx equals 0.5 x graph? Someone unmute and tell me like what is y equals 0.5x. Suma Ghosh. She is not responding. Anyone? Pranav, Venkatanathan, Arunima. Do you know what y equal to 0.5x graph look like? Answer, no. Pranav, answer.
No.
I couldn't hear you. Kirtika? If you don't know, just say it. Don't. No problem. Arunima is saying my microphone is not working. It's a line. Okay. It's a line going through the origin with a slope of 0.5. Okay. So tell me what is y equal to x looks. It's line going through the origin with a slope of, with what angle? What is this angle for y equal to x? Huh?
45 degrees, sir.
40. Correct.